All right, how's it going today?
It's going pretty good.
Now, we talked briefly about a bear that you got a picture of here, and we're in front of the Arkansas State Capitol. And you're from Marshall, Arkansas, right?
That's right.
And what's your name, sir?
Robert Baysinger.
And tell me about this bear.
This little bear, I was doing a controlled burn in March.
A controlled burn, you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's, in March of this year, and when I heard something screaming, and I went down there to where it was at, and it's a little bear in this brush fence. His hair was done swinged, and I picked it up. It's too young to walk. And when I came in, I brought it in home, and I fed it the best I could, and I took it back for 2 days and put it in a box, and hoping its mother would come get it. And each evening I brought it back in, fed it, and on the second evening I brought it home. And I kept it. I had it for 6 months, and I took care of it. And then on September 9th, while I'd gone to work, the Game and Fish, 5 vehicles of them run in, tranquilized the little bear.
They didn't tell you about it?
Oh no, I wasn't at home. Took the little bear and left me a ticket on the door. The ticket's gonna be around $1,000.
What was the ticket?
Wildlife in captivity.
Huh.
Something like that.
Had you had any contact with them before that at all?
No, none.
So, have you tried to contact them since then?
Oh yes, I've talked to different ones of them.
So what do they have to say?
Said I ain't gonna get the little bear back. That they've took her out of state and rehabbing her, and if she don't rehab, then they're going to try to put her in a zoo or a circus. It's in this week's paper there. In
the circus or the zoo? They think the Arkansas Game and Fish thinks that'd be a better place for her than in the wild with you taking care of her.
Well, if he's not 100%, you know, then that's what they say to do it. And then if they can't get her in circus zoo, they bring her back to Arkansas and kill her.
Let me get a few shots of her. What's her? Did you give her a name?
Savannah.
Savannah. That's her eating wild berries.
Yeah.
And then there's a shot of her down here. And boy, that's the best one of all right there. That's a good. I might take a still shot of these too. Well, you know, my experience with Arkansas Game and Fish has been they deal one way with big bears and they deal another way with little bears. Did you know that when Craig Campbell was head of Arkansas Game and Fish, he licensed state lands to the natural gas companies for them to hydrofrack them.
No,
so
I didn't know it.
And he was sending money to his own business, which, I mean, that's kind of crazy, isn't it? That they'd take a little bear away from a local citizen to put in the circus, but then Arkansas Game and Fish license our natural lands to companies that are owned by all held by Australian and Chinese, which I don't understand it. Maybe they're getting too big for their britches. What do you think?
Too big. I don't understand it either. I come out here today to try to talk to Mr. Beebe. I know Mr. Beebe, and I've talked to him several times over his campaigns and worked for him. And I called down here Thursday to try to talk to him, and one of his people called me back Friday and said that there was no use in talking to me, that this was a legal issue and was nothing he could do.
I thought the governor could move mountains.
Well, that's what I thought, but I can't get him to talk to me. And this is not just a legal issue. This is a humane issue, and it's stimulating circumstances, you know, here.
Yeah.
It ain't that I went and got this little bear, but the little bear was burning when I got it. And now Game and Fish has took it and put it in a enclosure where it can't see out for a year, and depends on what happens there, the fate of the little bear. You know, it could come back to Arkansas to be killed. That's what they said in our local paper this last week.
Have you ever followed any other actions of the Game and Fish, or is this the first time you've dealt with them?
This is the first time I've dealt with them.
Well, I can tell you just another incident, you know, just while we're marking up reasons that I think Game and Fish ought to get put in order. When a friend of mine who I met, he came down here to help clean up the Mayflower spill.
Yeah.
He came down here with a technology that's top drawer, and he went in there and tried to clean it up for free. And Game and Fish gave him a ticket for $1,000 because they would rather Exxon clean up their own mess. But guess what? Exxon, not only did they not clean up their own mess, they they didn't clean it up, and then they said it was cleaned up, and then they split town. And I can't get anybody to do anything about that either. So me and you are kind of in the same boat.
Yeah, I can't get no help on it other than the people. I get calls from people as far away as Canada on it.
From Canada?
Yeah, I've
Interesting.
had some calls from Canada. I had one last week from Washington, Louisiana, all over. I get them from all over the United States.
Your seed can't find no purchase in Arkansas, though.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I feel your pain, to quote Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I'm going to put this out there, and maybe some people can weigh in. And if they do, is there any way you want them to contact you? Any contact info you want to give out?
Yeah, they can have both. My cell phone number sitting right here is 870-448-7426.
All right.
That's my cell phone. My home phone number is 870-448-3689.
You don't mind me putting those numbers up on the internet?
I absolutely put them as high as you can get them.
All right. Well, hey, I appreciate you doing this. I wish more people would take a stand about.
Appreciate you taking time.
Let me get one more shot. I know what it feels like to not get listened to, brother. Believe me. Have a good day.
You too.